little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure, in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in words.
Alright, what's up mga kamatler? Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ito pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na mga teacher, si Sir Ash. At today ay magkakaroon tayo ng panibagong group sessions for our students. Dahil for today is the start of our discussions for the quarter 3 of the grade 7 to 10 students. And for this day, we will be talking about the quarter 3 Module 1 para sa ating mga grade 9 students. Alright, so for today's lesson, we will be talking the first module, and on the preceding weeks, we will be hopefully mauubos natin pag-discuss ang mga modules from grade 7 up to grade 10. So our schedule para sa mga hindi nakakaalam is always 2 p.m. onwards. Alright. Okay, pero bago tayo mag-start, my dear math learners, kung bago ka pa sa channel na ito, ay marapat na i-click ang subscribe button at notification bell para laging updated ka sa ating mga susunod na discussion. And if you think that these videos or this channel can help everyone, please paki-click na lang din ang like button para at least mas marami pang ma-reach out na mga viewers ang video na ito. Thank you so much. Alright, so ngayon, let us talk about the first module para sa ating mga grade 9 students. Okay, so for our grade 9 students, it is entitled, the first module is entitled Quadrilaterals, Its Properties and Theorems. Kung hindi nyo pa na-check out ang ating channel, technically, my dear math learners, etong topic na ito ay na-discuss ko na sa grade 9 playlist quarter 3. Lahat-lahat, isa-isa sila doon ng mga quadrilaterals ay na-discuss na natin ang kanilang mga properties at mga theorems as well as deeper examples. So, check that out, my dear math learners. Okay, so let us start. For the first page, ang makikita nyo dito is the cover page. Alright. And on the second page, we have the people behind the module. So, disclaimer lamang po, my dear math learners, ang mga modules na dire-discuss sa channel na ito ay hindi po pagmamay-ari ko. Ito ay pagmamay-ari ng Department of Education, and we are just here trying to help our math learners to learn mathematics the easy way. Alright, and on the third page, we have the title page, or yeah, the title page. O, teka lang, parang nag-iba yata ang naging quarter 3 yata ang ano dito. Okay. So, medyo merong typographical error ang binigay na module. Okay, naging module 3 agad. But we will be talking about module 1, okay? So, it's the quadrilaterals, its properties, and theorems. Alright. And on the first and the fourth page, we have the objectives of the module. So, at the end of the module, you are expected to determine the condition that make a quadrilateral a parallelogram, use properties to find measures of angles, sides, and other quantities involving parallelograms, and prove theorems on the different kinds of parallelogram. So, ano ba yung mga different kinds of parallelogram? Yun ang rectangle, rhombus, and square. Alright. And then after that, you have the pre-test. So, no pressure, my dear math learners. Isa lamang itong series of questions na multiple choice, ABCD lamang po. So, kung ano yung mga kaya nyong sagutan, you can do so, okay? So, no pressure at all. Para malaman lang kung meron bang prior knowledge about this topic. Alright, and then, on the next page, okay, page 7 na tayo, we have another second part of the pretest. That is the modified true or false. Alright, and then we have here the introduction. So, let us study. Ano nga ba ang quadrilaterals? Okay, so from the word itself, my dear math learners, quadrilaterals means na quad means 4, alright? Kung hahatiin natin ang mga words, that is quad means 4, laterals, faces. So, putting them together, it means 4 faces. So, ibig sabihin, sa madaling salita, ang quadrilaterals ay yung mga polygon na merong 4 sides. Alright? So, napakadali lang, my dear math learners. So, pag meron ka nakitang isang shape na 4 sides, it is a polygon with 4 sides, then that is a quadrilateral. Now, I'm sure magtatanong kayo, sir, ano yung rectangle? Ano yung square? Ano yung mga ganun-ganun? Technically, that is a part of a quadrilateral. Yung mga square, mga ganyan-ganyan, mga kinds lang yan sila ng quadrilateral. Okay, so napakadali lang. Now, ito yung tinatawag nating pamilya or the concept map of the quadrilaterals. Though, this concept map is taken from the mathwarehouse.com. In the K-12 books, you can see a different concept map and that is being discussed or that is being introduced by people in the university like PNU, LaSalle, and Ateneo de Manila. So, I was there para para maging part of the National Training for Teachers sa mass training ng K-12. So, ibang concept paper naman ang nandoon. And if you want to check that out, you can see it in your K-12 books na binigay ng DepEd. Okay, pero sa module na ito, let's just discuss this concept map. So, ano nga ba ang nasasabi dito sa concept map na ito? So, of course, when we are talking about quadrilaterals, meron yun siya mga under, okay? So, there are different quadrilaterals. Meron tayong 2 pairs of parallel sides. We have 1 pair of parallel sides. We have no pair of parallel sides. And we have here 2 pair of equal adjacent sides. Alright, so, technically, medyo bago ito sa mga groupings. But, when I was in high school, we only have 3 parts. Okay, ito lang tatlo. So, 2 pairs of parallel sides, 1 pair of parallel sides, and no pair of parallel sides. So, ang 2 pairs of parallel sides, ang tawag doon ay parallelogram. Ang 1 pair of parallel sides, ang tawag doon trapezoid. At ang no pair of parallel sides, ang tawag doon trapezium. Alright, so, if you are in Europe, the trapezium and trapezoid is considered as one. But if you are in America, the trapezoid and trapezium are 2 different things because the trapezoid the trapezoid has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides while the trapezium has no pair of parallel sides. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng anong pair ng parallel sides, sir? Okay, so ibig sabihin pag ganito yan siya. Opposite sides. So kung the same ang layo mula sa first part hanggang sa dito na part, ibig sabihin, parallel yan sila. Regardless kung i-extend mo pa yung mga side na yan or mga line segment na yan, hindi talaga magtatama silang dalawa. Okay? Hindi magtatagpo. Parang ikaw at yung crush mo. Alright! So, anyway, so yun ang ibig sabihin ng parallel side. So, if the sides or the lines will be intersecting, then hindi na parallel ang tawag doon. Intersecting lines na. Okay. So, opposite sides, 2 pairs of opposite sides, yun ang parallelogram. And then, 1 pair of parallel sides, yun ang trapezoid. No pair, trapezium. Alright. So, makikita nyo dito, hindi na ginagamit ang word na trapezium. It's because, parang tinama na nila yung discrepancy ng Amerika at ng Europe in terms of the definition of trapezium. Alright. Sa parallelograms, okay, si parallelogram ay meron ding dalawang kinds, okay, or dalawang under sa kanya. Pwedeng si rhombus, okay, ito yon, at pwede ding si rectangle. So, when we say rhombus, it means that all sides are equal. Okay, so for sure, magtatanong ka, sir, di ba all sides are equal? Sa square yun siya? Yes, pero si square is a rhombus, okay? Si rhombus, yung definition niya, yun lang talaga. All sides are congruent or all sides are equal. Ibig sabihin, regardless kung naka-diamond shape yan siya or naka-square shape yan siya or naka-tahiya yan siya, as long as the 4 sides are equal of a quadrilateral, then that is called a rhombus. Alright. Si rectangle naman, all angles are equal. Ibig sabihin, when a quadrilateral, the total measurement of the angles, ito, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4, if you add them, the total will always be, kahit anong klaseng quadrilateral, will always be 360 degrees. So, if the 4 angles are equal, meaning, yung 360, pag ano yan, sa pagpapantay nila yon yung four sides na yon, and that is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so 90, 90, 90, 90 is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, if the angles are congruent or equal, then we can say that that quadrilateral is a rectangle. Now, kapag si rhombus at si rectangle ay pinagsama, doon na mafo-form si square. So, kung ano yung meron kay rectangle, kung ano yung meron kay rhombus, pag pinagsama yun siya, square na yun. Okay, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Alright, so hopefully walang medyo confusion sa matter na yan, ha. Again, for parallelogram, focus niya is the two pairs of parallel sides. Okay, two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Samantalang si rhombus, all sides are equal. Si rectangle, all angles are equal. Si square naman, sides and angles, all sides are equal, all angles are equal. Alright, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Now, as you can see, bakit ganito ang pagkakadrawing? Okay, ibig sabihin nito, ganito yan siya. Lahat ng square ay rectangle. Lahat ng square ay rhombus. Hindi lahat ng rhombus ay square. Bakit? Kasi may times na si rhombus hindi equal ang angles. So, therefore, hindi siya magiging square. So, kung sino yung nasa baba, under siya parati doon. Okay. So, hopefully, clear yun sa inyo, my dear. Okay? So, lahat ng square, rectangle. Lahat ng square, rhombus. Hindi lahat ng rectangle, square. Hindi lahat ng rhombus, square. Okay. Depende lang. However, lahat ng rhombus, lahat ng square, lahat ng rectangle ay parallelogram. Kasi kain yan sila lahat ni parallelogram. Kasi whether it is a rhombus, whether it is a rectangle, whether it is a square, it will always have two pairs of parallel sides. Kaya sila under kay parallelogram. Okay.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to the next. We have here the trapezoid. Itong trapezoid naman, merong dalawang klase. Yun yung non-isosceles trapezoid and isosceles trapezoid. Yung isosceles trapezoid lang ang pinakita dito kasi yun ang merong mga properties. Now, ano bang ibig sabihin ng isosceles? When we say isosceles, it means two sides or two legs are equal. So, if this is your trapezoid, ito yung pair, ito yung isang pair of parallel sides. Ito yung tinatawag ng mga base natin. Okay, mga bases. Alright. At ito namang hindi parallel na sides, ito sila. Ito yung tinatawag na legs. If the legs are equal in a trapezoid, then that is an isosceles trapezoid. Otherwise, kung hindi equal ang mga sides, like this, okay, as you can see, ito, ang haba nito at ang haba nito ay hindi magkapareho, then that is just a simple trapezoid or known as a non-isosceles trapezoid.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Alright, and now let us go to the third part, itong no parallel sides. Now, my dear math learners, no parallel sides, meaning, yung opposite sides niya, kahit saan mo tingnan, hindi talaga parallel. Ibig sabihin, if you will extend its sides, technically, mag-i-intersect sila. Example, ito na line, at saka ito na line. When you extend this line, and then when you extend this line, eventually, they will be intersecting. Okay, so yun ang hindi parallel. Same goes to this side and this side. So, as you can see, kung ito i-extend mo yan dyan, push, tatama na silang dalawa. Okay.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. However, my dear math learners, one of the most popular non-parallel or no parallel side na quadrilateral is this one. Ito yon. So, ito siya dapat ay under dito. Okay? So, medyo merong technicality sa pagkakagawa ng concept map na ito. I don't know why the authors consider this one. However, this kite, should be under the no parallel sides because the kite is a quadrilateral with no parallel sides. However, it has special properties. At ang special property niya is that it is connected to rhombus. Okay? So, bakit siya connected sa rhombus? Because some of the properties of rhombus is also available in the properties of kite. However, talking about its sides, no parallel side si kite. So, under dapat ito si kite, dito kay no parallel side. So, si kite ang pinaka well-known or most popular trapezium, okay, or no parallel side na quadrilateral. Okay, but later on you will learn more about the about kites, okay? So ito naman yung mga definition nila. So parallelogram, a quadrilateral that has two pairs of parallel sides, rectangle, four sides or four right angles. Rhombus, all sides has the same length. Square, a parallelogram that has four equal sides and four right angles. Trapezoid, one pair of parallel sides. Hindi ito at least, it should be exactly. Okay? Exactly. Kasi kapag more, magiging two pairs na ito, hindi na yung trapezoid. It should be a quadrilateral that has exactly one pair of parallel sides. And then a kite is a quadrilateral that has two pairs of equal adjacent sides. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng adjacent sides? Magkasunod. Ito. Yan. Pag silang dalawa equal, kite yun. Kapag silang dalawa equal, kite yun. However, of course, kung titingnan natin si rhombus dito, ito, tingnan mo. Ang adjacent sides ni rhombus equal. Ito, adjacent sides naman dito, equal din. So, technically, rhombus can sometimes be called a kite. Okay? So, kaya nga, as what I've told you earlier, the concept map of the K to 12 is the most, I think, in my opinion, is the most clear, yung para bang most understandable concept paper in terms, concept map in terms of a quadrilateral discussion. Alright, so ito naman ang mga properties of parallelogram. So my dear math learners, baka magtanong kayo sa akin, Sir Ash, ano ba yung properties of parallelogram? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng properties? When we say properties, yun yung mga characteristics niya. Okay? So aside from the definition na two pairs of parallel sides, meron pa mga properties yan, and these properties will be the basis of our solving. Okay? So, kung magsosolve tayo ng mga algebraic expression na in-apply doon sa isang parallelogram, we can solve those problems by using the properties. Okay? So, what are the properties of a parallelogram? Meron tayong 5. Number 1, two opposite sides are, ano ba tayo? In a parallelogram, any two opposite sides are, my dear math learners, tingnan nyo na nga naman yung statement na ito. Parang hindi yata na-proofread ito eh. In a parallelogram, any two opposite sides are parallelogram. Okay. Any two opposite sides are parallel. Okay, yon. Opposite sides are parallel. Okay? Number 2, the parallelogram, any two opposite angles are congruent. So, opposite angles ha. Pag sinabing opposite angles, ganito yon. So, if we have here, ito na angle, ang ka-opposite niya, ito dito. Ito na angle, ang ka-opposite niya dito. So, opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Of course, opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Okay? So, ito na side at ito na side equal. Ito na side at ito na side equal din. We also have here, number 3, two consecutive angles are supplementary. When we say supplementary, the total is 180 degrees. So, kapag ito, sinong kasunod niya na angle? It could be here, right? So, kapag ito, inad dito, 180 yun. Kapag ito, inad dito, 180 din yun. Okay? So, same goes here, i-add din dyan, 180 din yan. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng two consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Next, we have diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Ibig sabihin, yung diagonal, ito na diagonal at ito na diagonal, pag mag-hit silang dalawa sa parallelogram, maghahatian sila. So, ito na diagonal, mahahati into 2. Ito na diagonal, mahahati into 2. Not the angle, okay? So, when we say diagonal, it means, ito yon. From here, from one angle, going to the opposite angle, gagawa ka ng isang line segment. That is a diagonal, okay? Same goes here, papunta dito. Okay? And then we have here the diagonals of a parallelogram forms two congruent triangles. So, each diagonal, kapag gumawa ka ng diagonal dito, ang magiging triangle na ito, right? Okay. So, dalawang triangle na ang ma-form. Now, those two triangles are congruent. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali ang mga properties ng parallelogram. So, hopefully, at least, makuha nyo yung idea na yun. So, what are the conditions that guarantee that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram? Alright, so ito yun. Ito yung ngayon. Opposite sides are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive sides are supplementary. Diagonals bisect each other, and the diagonal divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So, technically, parang the condition is just a paraphrase, okay? Or ibang alright? Ibang statement tungkol sa properties of parallelogram. Alright, so now let us go to lesson 2. Lesson 2 na agad. So, solving problems involving properties of parallelogram. So, we have here triangle parallelogram ABCD. So, we have here ABCD. Now, remember, my dear math learners, when you name quadrilaterals, it should be connected with each other. Hindi pwedeng ABCD. Hindi, mali yun. So, it should be paikot. It could be counterclockwise or clockwise. Depende sa inyo. So, as long as they are connected with each other. Alright, so ABCD, ganun lang kadali. Now, given here, line segment AB or side AB is 3x minus 5 centimeters. Side CD, ito yon, is x plus 7 centimeters. Side BC is 2y minus 7 centimeters. And side AD is y plus 3 centimeters. Now, the question is, what is the value of x? So, ito yon. Of course, this side and this side, since it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. So, therefore, you can equate them. So, that is 3x minus 5 equals x plus 7. Now, if you try to solve this algebraically, pagsasamahin mo yung combined like terms, tama? Or mga the same terms. So, lipat ang mga may x dito sa left side. Lipat naman sa right side yung mga walang x. Okay, buti pa sila may x. Alright, okay. So, let's consider this. Okay, so we have here 3x minus 5 and then we have here x plus 7. Alright? So, lipat natin, transpose natin si x. Since that is positive, magiging minus x na yun. Since our 5 here minus 5, we will also transpose that to the right side. So, magiging positive na yun o magiging plus 5 na yun. So, 3x minus x, that is 2x. 7 plus 5, that is 12. Divide both sides by 2 para makancel si 2 dito. And you will have the value 6 for the value of x. Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. So, the question is, gaano kataas si AB? So, since AB here is 3x minus 5, you can just substitute the value of x to that given expression. So, 3 times 6, because that is 3x. 3 times 6 is 18 minus 5. Alright. So, therefore, that is 13. Of course, dahil 13 ito dito, 13 din ito si DC dito. Okay? So, kung gusto mo naman gamitin si CD or DC, you can just use it. So, 6 plus 7, so that is 13. The same, 13. Okay. So, ayun nga. Now, how about the value of y? O, ito naman, y. So, may y tayo dito. We have the BC with the y expression. We have AD with the y expression. And these are both opposite. So, we can equate them. Same as what we did earlier for AB and CD. Okay. So, by equating them, ito na yan. So, you transpose y to the other side. You transpose negative 7 or minus 7 to the other side. So, magiging 2y minus y na yan, y na lang. Alright, so, ito naman, si 3, then, transpose si minus 7, naging plus 7, 3 plus 7, that is 10. Therefore, the value of our y is 10. Now, do we answer the problem, or did we answer the problem on how long is this side? Not yet, y pa lang yun. So, since y is equal to 10, so that is 10 plus 3. So, that is 13. Of course, if you want to try this one, 2 times 10, that is 20, minus 7, 13 pa rin ang sagot. So, BC is 13, AD is 13. So, therefore, if this is 13, this is 13, kanina, ito yon 13 din at 13 din, then, all of the sides are congruent, then we can also say that this parallelogram is also a rhombus. Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. So, now, let us go. Kaya, 13. Yan. So what is the perimeter of the parallelogram ABCD? So when we say perimeter, you just add or you just get the total of the sides. So side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. So since all of them has an equal or has a measurement of 13, then you just have 13 times 4. So you have here 13, 13, 13, 13. And if you multiply that by 4 or 13 times 4, that is 52 centimeters. Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let's talk about how about if ever angle naman ang pinag-uusapan. So, we have here angle BAD and angle BCD. So, angle A and angle C. So, we have here angle A, BAD. Ito yon, okay? Ito yon, BAD. And, ano yung isa? BCD. BCD. So, ito yon na angle, okay? So, this angle here and this angle here. So, they are opposite. Now, remember, in the properties of a parallelogram, sabi doon, opposite angles are congruent. So, you can equate them. So, if this is the expression of the first angle and if this is the expression of the second angle, you can equate them. Ito na yun. Inequal lang silang dalawa. Then, same goes, sinolve ang variable. So, combine like terms lang. So, 3a minus 2a, naging a na lang. So, 15, nilipat sa kabila. So, 25 plus 15, that is 40. So, a is equal to 40. However, this is not yet the measurement of the angle. Bakit? Kasi yung variable lang yan na a. So, this 40 can be used. So, we have here BAD, 2a plus 25. So, that is 2 times 40. 80 plus 25, that is 105. And that is your answer here. Therefore, we can say that BAD angle and the BCD angle is also 105. So, may tanong dito, how about CBA? CBA, saan ba si CBA? CBA, ito yun. Oh, ito yung consecutive angle niya. Since nakuha na natin ang 105, okay, tama? Nakuha na natin si 105 as the angle. If this is 105, this is 105, and this A and B here, angle A and angle B are consecutive angles and they are supplementary with each angle. So, kung meron kang 105, ilan ang kailangan ni 105 para maging 180 degrees? Since 180 is what supplementary means. Alright, very good. So, that is 75 degrees. So, therefore, this is 75. This is also 75 degrees. And that is how you get your answer here. Okay, napakadali lang, my dear math learners. Alright, now how about diagonals? Okay, here we have here AC and BD meet at E. AC and BD meet at E. Oh, these are the two diagonals. Alright, okay. Sabi dito, DE is 8 centimeters and AC is 13 centimeters. DE, where is DE? Ito, DE is 8 centimeters. Tama ba ako? And AC is 13. AC, ito. AC is 13. Ayan, yung buo. Alright? Okay. Now, question is, how long is BD? Alright, BD. BD. Yan, itong buo. So, sabi dito, this is 8, di ba? So, times 2 mo lang. Kasi kung 8 ito, 8 din ito. Because, as they say, diagonals bisect each other. Okay? Now, let us go to the third. Alright, ito nga, 16. And then, how about AE? Yung AE is half of AC. Right? Half of AC. So, since AC here is given 13, half ng 13 is 6.5. Okay, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Alright, now let us go here. Lesson 13. Lesson 3. Proof of theorems on rectangle, rhombus, and square. Alright. So, we have here, okay, rectangle, rhombus, and square. Okay. Now, if, ito yung theorem number 1, if a parallelogram has a right angle, then it has 4 right angles. Okay, and the parallelogram is a rectangle. So, kapag ang parallelogram, merong kahit isang right angle na yun lahat. Okay? Kuha niya. Now, theorem number 2, ang diagonals ng rectangle are congruent. So, ito, ang haba nito, at ang haba nito sa isang rectangle, mga diagonals nila, ay magkasingsukat. Alright. Next, theorem number 3, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. O, ito yun. Di ba sabi kanina that when the diagonals intersect with each other, maghahatian sila. Now, sa rhombus, pag mag-intersect sila, they will form a right angle. They are perpendicular. Okay? Only in rhombus. Alright. And then, each diagonal of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. Dito lang sa rhombus, maghahatian ng angles. Alright. Kasi, ang mga diagonals ng rhombus is what we call angle bisectors or angle bisector. Okay. Now, we have here theorem number 1. If a parallelogram has a right angle, of course, ito yon. Of course, sabi pa nga doon sa parallelogram, opposite angles are congruent. So, this is 90 din. Of course, consecutive angles are supplementary. So, ilan ang kailangan din 90 para maging 180? 90 pa rin. So, magiging 90 din to. 90 na rin yan. So, therefore, kahit isa lang sa parallelogram ang 90 degrees, therefore, that parallelogram is known as rectangle. Alright, so ganun yan. So, ito yung mga proof niya and the reasons. Okay, so I hope it is just clear to you. I just explained it in a simple way. Alright, so now let us go to theorem number 2. Diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Okay, so we have here the rectangle, okay, and its diagonals. So, the diagonals are congruent. How is that so? Now, my dear math learners, remember that angles here are congruent, right? Okay. So, therefore, if this diagonal will make two congruent triangles, alright? And this diagonal will make two congruent triangles. Now, as you can see, since this hypotenuse for their right triangle, kasi right triangle ito eh. Okay? Kasi may right angle tayo dyan. Okay? Ang hypotenuse nila ay magiging equal, and since the sides are congruent, then we can say that the angles or the hypotenuse are also equal. Okay, so ganun yan siya dito. Okay? So, here are the statements. Okay, so given, of course, ito yung nilalagay sa mga proving statements. Okay? Wn and Sn are Si are congruent. And then Ws and In. So, ang reasons mo dito is opposite sides are congruent. Okay? Properties of a parallelogram. Angle WSN and angle INS are okay. Angle S and angle N. Angle S and angle N. Both are right angles. So, reasons dyan is the properties of a parallelogram. Properties of a parallelogram. Opposite sides. Diba? Angle S, no? Angle S and angle N. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Okay? And then all right angles are congruent. So, ito yon. All right angles are congruent. So, pwede kang gumawa ng mga another two angles here. Okay? Kahit saan angle dyan. WN and angle W and angle N, angle I and angle S. Alright. And then we have here SN and NS. SN and NS. Ewan ko na ito. Binaliktad niya lang. Okay? So, paano ba to? Ewan ko kung tama ba itong ginawa niya. SN is equal to NS. Technically, they are just, ano tawag nito? Symmetrical property. Okay? And then SAS congruence postulate. This is a lesson that can be taught in the grade 8 lesson, yung SAS congruence ninyo. So, of course, sabi ko nga kanina, if you have two congruent triangles, and all the sides are congruent, and one angle is also congruent, then, we can already prove that the hypotenuse are congruent. Okay? So, yun. Okay, here are the reasons. Reflexive property, the CP-CTC, opposite sides of a parallel. Okay, yun nga. Theorem number 1. Yan. Alright. So, next, we have here theorem number 3. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular. Ito yun. Okay? So, we have here, okay, ito daw, magpo-form ito ng 90 degrees. Yan ang symbol ng perpendicular, my dear math learners. Alright. So, given. So, ito yun. Siyempre, given. Rhombus, okay. Rhombus rose. So, ito, statement, rhombus rose. Okay. And then, we have here, OS and RO. OS and RO. Yan. Definition of a rhombus. Pair and are congruent. Okay? Pair and are congruent. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Ito. RS and EO. Okay? And then we have here angle H and angle H. RHO and SHO. Yan. Ito. Ito na side. Ito na angle at saka ito na angle. Okay. So, ano daw ang ano natin dyan? Okay. Ang ating reason dyan is CP-CTC. Congruent parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Then, we have here RHO and SHO. RHO and SHO. Yun nga. Pareho lang. Right angles. Ay, nako. Okay. Okay. Pairs and are congruent. And lastly, we have blank. Perpendicular lines meet to form right angles. So, ito na yun. RS is perpendicular to OE. So, anyway, my dear math learners, in terms of proving, as long as you already have understood the properties of rhombus, the properties of rectangles, and the properties of parallelograms, I think, regardless of what is being given to you, any problem, algebraic expression man yan or hindi, magiging madali na yun sa inyo. Alright! So, we have here another example. Okay, theorem number 4, ganun pa rin. So, each diagonal of a rhombus bisect opposite angles. So, you have your statements here. Yan ang ilalagay nyo dyan. And you have the reasons there. Okay, so, my dear math learners, madali lang ito. You just apply what you have learned. Okay, so now let us go. Let us practice. Ito na yun, ang mga gusto ng mga math learners. Whether we can say that the statement is true or false. Okay. Number 1. Quadrilateral is a parallelogram if it has two pairs of parallel sides. Yes, that is true. The consecutive sides of a parallelogram are equal in measure. Consecutive sides? No, not necessarily. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Opposite daw. No, they are congruent. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Supplementary angles are angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Sabi ko kanina, 180. So, alam nyo na kung anong sagot dyan. One diagonal of any parallelogram creates two identical triangles. Yes, or two congruent. They are just the same. Next, if angle J is opposite to angle K in a parallelogram, then they are congruent. Correct. In parallelogram LOVE, L-O-V-E, angle L and angle E are congruent. L-O-V-E, L and E. No, not necessarily. In the same parallelogram LOVE, angle L is supplementary to angle V. L and V are opposite, not supplementary. In a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. Yes, that is one of the properties. If angle A is 87 and is consecutive to angle B, then angle B measures 103. No. Kasi 103 plus 87 ay magiging 190. Sobra na. Hindi na yung supplementary. Okay. So, we just answered true or false. Now, let us go to activity 2. Ayan, given as mil. The parallelograms mil. Such that, okay, so, kahit tingnan mo itong mga given dito, ayan, kita mo na. So, angle S is congruent to angle I. SM is congruent to LI, and LM and SI are diagonals that intersect at point PE. Napakadali nito, my dear math learners. MIL, given the measurement of the following. MIL. MIL. O, ito. Of course, 112. MSL. MSL. Yun, given. Given na. MSL. Yan, 112. SM. Yan, given din. EM. EM. Saan ang E dito? Ito, EM. Ayan, given din. MI. Ayan. Opposite ito nito. So, you know what that means. ILS. ILS. So, if this is 112, then minus it to 180, and that is 68. Alright. LE. Since if this is 3, of course, this is also SL. SL. Ay, saan mang SL dito? Ito, given. LM. Buo. So, 3, 3. You know what that means. M. Angle M. Ito. If this is 112, masasagutan din natin to kasi pareho lang sila ng angle L. And we have answered activity 2. Napakadali lang. Activity 3. Complete each statements for parallelogram. Hope. Ayun, ito. OPS. OPS is 28 degrees. What is angle E? Ganun din. Alright. HEP. HEP. Ito. Is 53. What is OPE? OP. Okay. So, of course, angle E and angle P are consecutive angles. So, therefore, subtract mo lang ito into 180 and that will give you 127. Alright. Next, HE is 24. This is OP, of course. HEP. HEP. Ito yun, 4x plus 17. Angle O is 6x minus 29. So, equate mo lang sila. So, that will become 6x minus 4x, 2x. Okay. Ito naman, lipat sa kabila. So, 29 plus 17, maging 30. 30 plus 16, 46. 46 divided by 2, 23. So, x will be 23. So, how do you get the angle H? Okay, angle O muna tayo. So, since our x is 23, so 23 times 6, okay? So, 23 times 6, that will give you 120, 138. So, 138 minus 29, 138. Sorry. 138 minus 29. I think that is 109. So, okay. O, ngayon, hindi na magiging realistic. Bakit? Tingnan nyo, sa drawing pa lang, we all know that this is the acute angle and this is the obtuse angle. So, if ever our computation here is 23, you multiply that by 6, then you subtract it by 29. This will give you, ano tawag dyan? This will give you an obtuse angle. Alright, but if you are listening, I already told you the answer. Okay, if the perimeter is equal to 480 centimeters, so perimeter na dito, HO is 130 centimeters. HO is 130. So, what is HE? Okay. So, HO 130, so ito din 130, so that is 260. 260 minus 480, that will be 220. 220 divided by 2, 110. Yan. We answered activity 3. Activity 4. We have here, refer to the given figure. So, this is a parallelogram math, MATH, in which the diagonals intersect at S. Alright. So, MA. Ano ba tawag ito? Refer to the given. MA is equal to hindi number ang sagot dito. So, MA is equal to ito, HT. MAH. MAH. Ito daw na triangle is equal to this one. Ayan. Ito din na triangle. Okay. MS. MS is equal to this one. Ayan. THM. Triangle THM. THM. Ito na triangle. So, ito din na triangle ang sagot dyan. Alright? Angle ATH. ATH. Ito na angle. So, saan ang ka-opposite niya? Ito na angle. Alright. AMH. Now, if MHT is 100 degrees. Ito daw, 100 degrees. What is MAT? Yun din, 100. If AMH is 100, what is MHT? Kapag ito naman din daw ang 100, of course, kung ito nawawala, that is 80 because 100 plus 80 is 180. Consecutive angles are supplementary. Alright! Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. How about here? MH. MH is equal to 7. What is 80? Ay, napakadali. AS is equal to 3. What is AH? Ganon, times 2 lang. MT is 9. What is SM? Okay, half lang. Ayan. Let us practice more. So, I'm sure, my dear math learners, kayang-kaya nyo nang sagutin ito. This is a square where diagonals, okay, remember ha, sa square is the combination of a rectangle and a rhombus. Alright. So, if AK is 12, what is SC? Okay. Same properties of a rectangle. 80. Yan, ito. How long is AK? Properties na lang sasabihin ko, yun ang clue. Okay? Diagonals bisect each other. AK is perpendicular to AK. Ito, AK is perpendicular to, ito, dito. SK is parallel. SK is parallel to, ito, dito. Is square SACK or is square SAC a rectangle? Yes. Why? All squares are rectangle. Yan. Ganun lang kadali. Now, we have here star. This is a rhombus. So, rhombus, all sides are equal. We have here, what is the measurement of SKR? SKR. So, of course, perpendicular. Suppose, for 2 to 4, suppose RAT is 64. Yan. What is RAK? RAK. So, remember in rhombus, diagonals bisect the opposite angles. Okay? Or diagonals bisect angles. So, magiging half na. Ito na yung sinasabi ko. So, that is, what is the half of 64? 32. Alright, angle ARS. ARS. Sabi dito, 64. So, ilan ang kailangan ni 64 para maging 180? Ayan, alam niyo na yan. Next. What is the measurement of KRS? KRS. Okay, so kung ano yung sagot niyo dito sa number 3, half nyo lang yun. At yun ang sagot sa KRS. Yan. In number 5, the measurement of SKR. SKR, perpendicular, is the same as, ito, iba palang choices. AKT, AKR pala, AKR, okay, correct. AKT, correct. SKT, correct. Okay, because all of them are 90 degrees. So, let us remember, my dear math learners, we have arrived in the ending of our discussion, I think. So, these are the definition, these are the properties of a parallelogram, these are the quadrilateral, if they are a parallelogram. We have the theorems for rectangle, rhombus, and square, the properties of and or theorems related to quadrilaterals. Ito yun. Okay? And then you have your post-test. ABCD lang ito, and the module hope that the students, kayo, na understood nyo na ang lesson na ito. Alright? So, these are multiple choice, and I'm sure kayang-kaya nyo ito, my dear math learners. And if you do have some questions, feel free to put your inquiries in our comment section below. Alright? And we have here the Let Us Enhance. Ito yung performance task para sa mga other teachers na binibigay sa kanilang students with the rubrics. For me, meron akong performance task para sa inyo, my dear math learners, yung mga under ko sa aming school sa grade 9. Okay, then after that, you have your reflection. So you just say what you can say about this one, a reaction paper. It says here, reflect on this quote, a home is any four walls that enclose a right person. Ayan, kaganda ng line. And after that, technically, in other modules, the answer key follows. But for our students, hindi ko na ipapakita yun kasi na-discuss na natin yun. So, my dear math learners, I hope you have learned a lot of things about our discussion for today. If you have enjoyed this one, please do like and share this video to all of you, to all your friends, classmates, and schoolmates. Ito pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na math teacher, si Sir Ash. At lagi niyong tatandaan na masarap matuto ng mathematics kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always. Alright, ayan.
I will take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've